For sure.
All right, let's start with James. So the question is, or the thought is, after scraping everything over the past 25 years, where are you today? What have you changed your mind on, or what's your perspective?
What I've changed my mind on is the concept of dependency into freedom. And when I say that, and when I knew that was it right away, it's what plays on my mind all the time now, and I can't get it out of my mind. Because I think it's because it's been my career, and just seeing so much dependency and not enough freedom. So I have changed my mind on the concept of them.
What does dependency look like, James?
The person is not free. That's the other side. So the person who's learning the information or getting something, information, program, some kind of knowledge, they're not free. They're actually, like me being a part of the process, they relied on me, and I was necessary for them to do what they wanted to do in fitness, right? So they were dependent on me, and I guess dependent in the case that there wasn't the true sense of learning. Yeah, and that's over time, I've seen it on a whole too for fitness, and not just in my practices.
So maybe flip side, what does freedom look like?
Yeah, it's nothing, I just want to take a second to make sure it's anything different than what I normally speak about, but I don't think it is. I think it is that of which I speak, which is the concept of an autonomous free mover. And that's an individual who just goes out there every day and physically challenges themselves and discovers things. And they're not depending on another human being or a specific system to allow them to do that. And that's someone who's free, in my opinion.
When did you find that for yourself? Because obviously this is a personal anecdote. You changed your mind on it. Well, two questions. Sorry, James. When did you change your mind on it, and when did you feel like you were living up to that principle that you changed your mind to?
Yeah, good question. I'm top of mind because I just asked it on the podcast 2 days ago. So it's always been there. I actually did, luckily enough for your question and the person who asked, it was Dave Durante and the Power Monkey group. I have always done things on my own. I did a calculation of that. I was also that kid who did extra hockey practices. I was the kid who did things with no instruction to get better at other people in the sport. I was one of the first people, I'll lay claim to this, but you can go back in 2004 on .com and see that I was the only person that was doing pre and post activities around CrossFit. And so, a lot of people thought that was, I thought more of myself. Oh, look at that guy, I can do an extra. It's just that I wanted to beat people and I wanted to be better. But that was I did that, right? I did that. No one coached me in that. Now, Greg Glassman was the coach. I just followed what the orders were on it. Prior to that, I signed up for Toughest Calgarian Alive, right? And I came third. I did that. I won the Western Canada cross-country championships. I won that. That was me. No one coached me in that. Anyways, I could go through this over and over for 20 years, and I've had some ideas along the way. So it's been in me, like in my thing for a while. But then as I started coaching coaches and seeing, the people in front of me and the concept of dependency set a different way of, relationship building and care and helping. As you know, I just got exhausted over time. Stuff you see that you're like, yeah, but that's your day-to-day actions, James. So why can't those around you? And then I just started, the reason why it was exhaustion, I started to see how deep I was into what I had built. And it was abyss. It was the abyss. it was the darkness, right? It's like, wow, you went really hard on that dependency, yet your actions personally have been autonomous this whole time.